takes a sip from the sippy cup, looks into the camera earnestly and says, "How you doing? Hey, welcome to the Norman Nardini Show. Duet number 2. And whoever thought we'd make it? We've made it to number 2. No one ever thought we'd make it to number 2. But we have. You know why? Because we're some nasty sons of bitches. Hey, happy evening to you. Friday night, the 29th. I know it's the 29th. We'll talk about the 29th later. Hey, one thing I wanted to say is hello. My name is Norman Roosevelt Aloysius Nicodemus Amadeus Valentino Giovanni Romeo Bruno Raphael Luciana Luigi Nardini from the east side, Pittsfield, Pennsylvania. The Last True Man, love that one. The Heart and Soul, love that one even more. The Last True Man of Rock and Roll. The High Priest, Church of Rock and Roll on the east side of Pittsfield. The Beauty, on duty. The Pittsburgher. You know why? Because I stole a living in this town. Ain't nobody wanted me to make a living in this town. You know what I did? I chiseled my way through stone. Fought. Lied. Cheated. Stole. Found myself a little niche where I could play some rock and roll. Stick it right up your gazidgy. Oh! The wop with the bop, the guinea with the skinny, the Guido and the Speedo. Whoa! The beast of the East. The Norman Nardini. Number 2, we've lived this long. Hey, man, we're glad to be here. Thank you if you're tuning in. We really appreciate it. And you know what I'm starting to suspect? I got feelings. And I hear things on the street. And I sniff around. You know, I have a gifted snifter. Years ago, you know, they got these young sons of bitches. They plug things in and they carry things in their hands and they talk and it tells you make a left turn, go this way, and then they'll change the voice. It'll go from a hot English chick talking to you to a gruff old man, make a left turn. But you know how I got the gigs through all them years? With this. I sniffed in my way to gigs. My band will tell you.
That's right.
Tell him, H.
That's right. He sniffed it in.
I sniffed it in my way. You know what I do? My band would be sitting in the truck, and I put my snifter into the air, like this. And I take a lungful.
You stop traffic.
I take a lungful, and I close my eyes, and I would let the smell of stale beer inform me as to which direction I should go. And I would say, pretty good, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Here's me. Look, there's our truck, or there's the gig. Look, there's a sign. 7 out of 10. With this. I didn't need no lady, English lady to tell me make a left turn here, in a quarter of a mile, look to, give me my aching ass. But you know what, I'll tell you the truth. It sure does help when you're lost. I'm lost.
Oh, yeah.
I got lost a couple years ago going to gig, 40 miles from home. Drove around for an hour and a half around the countryside. I'm not going to say whose fault that was, but I'm still pissed off about it. But we made the gig. We came in and we just started setting up. We were gigging. We were playing before the equipment was all out of the truck. That's how fast we set up. Before we even were playing, we were playing. As we were taking it out of the truck, we started playing. And people, you know what people did? They went like this here. It went from to. It was that. And you know what? I instantly lost my anger. What's that tell you about playing music to nice people? It tells you it's an elixir. It cures your ills. It's good for how they say, out in the country, how they say, it's good for what ails you. I think I just had a little snot come out of my nose. What are you gonna do? Man, we're gonna have a great show today. I'm not sure of that, but I got a nice feeling. In my loins, I feel a good show coming on. I want to talk about a couple of things. One thing I wanted to do, and I think I'd like to do this more often. You know why? Because there's love in my heart. What I think I need to do more often is administer more rock and roll blessings because of the suffering of the peoples. You know, suffering. How you've been around as long as me. There's one thing you know for sure: dying is a part of living. And once you accept that, it's easier to accept suffering. It's all mixed in there. And then there's these other things like Laughner. Remember Robert Plant said on that album, does anybody remember Laughner? You know, when he said that, I wanted to slap the English accent right off his face. Does anybody remember Laughner? Get the hell out! I'll give you a gut. You know what I mean? I'm not, I don't know. Them English guys, they're all right. Hey, they've done a lot of good here in this country. And we learned a lot from them, and they learned a lot from us. I remember one time there was this band in New York. I was, just getting ready to get the Tiger signed to CBS, and these guys from England come over, and they said their name was some kind of Tigers, and they had their little English accents on their faces, and they were trying to tell me about they're using the name the Tigers. I'm like, dude, what country are you from? You come in here telling me? And I got Paul Shook, Nason Bullball's Gig, and Ray Gunn standing there. And you're going to tell me? You better get back on the boat you came over on, telling me about the Tigers. I'll give you are you as glad to be here as I am? I hope so. Because if you are, there's a whole lot of glad twixt us. Twixt Yarn and I. Hey, I feel crazy tonight. I'm a nutbag. I'm a stone nutbag. I love using the word stone. He's a stone jag. That was Jersey, Racetrack Mike. Oh, we're going to talk about Racetrack Mike today. For anybody from Jersey that might be tuning in, maybe my friend Frankie Ravish here. Frankie! Maybe my nutbag friend Bobby Bandiera, who could use a good slap. That guinea. He thinks he's something. He thinks he got that high voice, that guinea charm. He plays the hell out of some guitar. Hey, you know what? I love him. But I might have to give him a slap one day. You tell Bandiera, you see him, Nardini wants to throw you one. Frankie Ravisher, same shit. Hey, let me do a piece of music. I'm going to sit down for this one because, oh no, that ain't what I want to do. I want to get over here on the quiz and get us going with our theme song, It Ain't a Party Till You Get Here. You know why? Because it ain't a party till you. And when I say you, I mean you who is tuning in to watch this bull crap. And if you are tuning in to watch this bull crap, I'm going to say, I'm going to love you so damn much. Because I'll come right over there and give you a smack. Right on your ganuch. Joints jumping, pimps and hoes, but there's something missing till you show. It ain't a party till you get here. When you arrive, everybody get turned up. The joint come alive. blue disappear. And ain't a party till you get here. Lights are low, bands playing, dressed to kill, people swaying. But it ain't a party till you get here. When you arrive, everybody get turned up, the joint come alive. You make my blue disappear. Ain't a party till you get here. It ain't a party till you get here. Hey. Come on, y'all. Spilling out into the parking lot. Inside the joint, it's too damn hot. It ain't a party till you get here. When you arrive, everybody get turned up, the joint come alive. You make my blue disappear. It ain't a party till you get here. I hope I made myself perfectly clear. It ain't a party till you get here. It ain't a party. It ain't a party till you get here. Y'all make it happen when you come and hang with us. You give us a reason to go on with the dullness of our lives. We are right here, when I say here, Swissville, at the East Side Sound Studio. Bought this building back in the 80s. It was Swiss Electric when we grabbed it, got it. Got a beautiful apartment upstairs and put this studio in the early 80s. We've been hanging here ever since. It's kind of like a home. It's like, in my mind, it's the home of the east side of Pittsburgh rock and roll. And the east side of Pittsburgh is where our rock and roll came from, that we grew up in, and we perpetrate each and every day of our simple daily lives. It ain't a party till you get here. Get over here. Hey, well, you could get across town if you call a jet name. Take the back way, but that could get tricky. Don't get on the parkway around breakfast or supper. Route 28 is bumper to bumper. You're gonna have to tunnel your way through the 412. This here's a sports town. We got the Bucks. The Pens, the Panthers, and the Steelers don't suck. We'll kick everybody's ass and we don't need a reason. Every day we thank God. Wayne and Cleveland. Never bit off more than we could chew in the 412. In the city of chance we drink Iron City beer. We ain't in West Virginia, but you can see it from here. I got a lot of memories running around my head. Things that Bill and Patty Burns and Sophie said. We the home of Mr. Rogers and Chili Billy. Gonna shout chicken on the hill with Willie. We got quite a crew in the 412. I've been all around the world, now I know I wanna be. Living a dream here in Pennsylvania. Well, I was raised up and you can find my kin. Everybody's always calling everybody ins. 3 rivers running through Mount Washington View. Folks like me and you. That's the 411 on the 412. 412. 412. 412. 412. How you doing? I just 412'd you. I got you. I took you to the 412. I don't care where you at. You might be in the 212, 908, 215, 216, 305, 304. But we right here in 412 with Nardini. Hey, we're glad to be with you, man. Glad to be rubbing up again you. I've got a friend here today, name of Harold Gurley. He's a beast. I'm gonna play you a number. I've been trying to play this, and I haven't. But we're gonna give it a, how about a whirl? See what you think of it. Harry and I are gonna get back with it together, but I got a couple requests for this, and a couple people have caught it. You know who caught it recently? Most recently was the Nighthawks out of DC. They played this number. I don't know what record it's on, but send it out to Sandy. It isn't my best song, but what the hell's the difference? Payday is waiting around the bend, so I borrowed $20 bill from a friend. He said, I got you covered just this one time. I hit a nickel, covered in a dime. I hit a little something stashed away, but this poke machine started begging me to play. And I'm at the bottom of a hole, too deep to climb. Hey, and I hit a nickel, covered in a dime. I hit a nickel, covered in a dime. I hit a nickel, covered in a dime. The way that I've been living, y'all know it's a crime. Well, and I hit a nickel, covered in a dime. Nowadays, I've been giving up on hope. All the money I make gets rolled up in smoke, man. I head down to the corner about the same time every night. Hey, walk away with a nickel, 'cause I can't afford a dime. I hit a nickel, covered ain't a dime. I hit a nickel, covered ain't a dime. Y'all know the way that I've been living. It's a crime, it's a crime. I hit a nickel, covered in a dime. I hit a nickel, covered in a dime. I hit a nickel, covered in a dime. I hit a nickel, baby, because it ain't a dime. I think the Hawks caught it, dog. Maybe in the last couple of years. The first person to ever sing that one was Chismo Charles. Right here in this building, he sang it. I remember we had a hell of a good time. We got him real high up. He couldn't remember the damn words. And all you know what we're doing? Laughing for about 3-4 hours straight. Laughing. He came in at the studio. He's working at the studio. He came in with a blue jean outfit. You know what I'm saying? Killing it. Chismo. I say this. This is a stupid joke. I've been saying it for years. What's the difference between men and women? Men wear clothes. Women wear outfits. And Chismo was a man, but he wore outfits. When he came in, he was everything matched. Loved that. Amazing person. Very, very wonderful cat. Hey, let me do this one song, and then I'm going to bring Harry Bottoms up, and then we're going to go into some festivities. Harry, I said festivities.
I heard that.
But I'm going to play you this song that I wrote about a guy that I knew. And this guy's name was Mike. And to all of us, he was Racetrack Mike. And he was what you would call an amazingly colorful character. When he spoke, he had the voice of an actor. Hello, Norman. And he had great diction, and he was extremely intelligent, very well read, but he probably didn't make it past 6th grade. He was a racetrack bum. And he just said the coolest shit. Everything he said was like a great thing. Like he'd say, I'd say to him, he'd say, "What the nationality are you, Norman?" I'd say, "Well, I'm Italian." He'd say, "Oh, you're a Dago." And then he'd say, what kind of Dago are you?" And I'd say, "I'm Roman." He goes, "Roman?" Well, I'll tell you, there's a story that I can't tell you the whole story about it. But then he'd go like this. He'd say, "Oh, so you think don't tell me about Latin lovers. There's about 1 billion people in China. They must know something about loving." That was one of his great lines. They must know something about loving. You get over here. But anyway, Mike was we all idolized him so much. He hung at Cheers, which was like this underground meeting place for weirdos. And not just musicians. The musicians that met there were the weirdos as well. Were it was the working musicians. A lot of folks passed through this joint. And the people that worked there were all tuned into the nightlife and like in Jersey, like the first time I played in Jersey was in 1980. I had no idea. And the first time I played there, people just really warmed up to what we were doing in the snap. I can't even snap my fingers anymore. They're so arthritic. In the snap, put your sound in. In the snap of a finger. Thank you. He ain't no better than me. And they warmed up to me instantly, and I didn't know why. I just thought it because I was so good looking and so tight. But the more I hung around, the more I realized the reason they warmed up to us is because they understood us. They understood knucklehead, macho little pricks, just fighting for anything and talking shit. They understood the spoken word. In Jersey, the way you talk is who you are. When you get in Jersey, you sit down next to a guy at a bar, he sizes you up. And then he says something. And believe me, whenever what he says, he's working you. He's trying to see what's in your pants. What kind of man are you? Or are you just, should I even bother talking to this a-hole? That's what he's thinking. And if you could talk shit, now he's smiling. In Jersey, when a guy likes you, he goes, hey, you're no goddamn good. That's when a guy tells you in Jersey you're no goddamn good, that means he likes you. That's the way it works. Well, anyway, Mike was the ultimate talker of things. And so I wrote a song for him, and I'm going to play it for you. And actually, the song isn't finished. The reason I'm doing this is because I put a couple of the words of the song up. Tom mentioned that he really liked it. So I got obsessive, and I just started messing with it, and I couldn't stop myself. So I've written 3 or 4 bridges to it, but I'm not going to play any of them tonight. I'm just going to play the 3 verses and 3 choruses. And if I can get through that, well, we'll be happy. But it's a song for Racetrack Mike. He used to say things like, I was a tall boy. I had the clothes, the hair. The girls would say, "There goes Michael, look at him." And I'd wave to the girls. Yeah, he was something. I think a lot of the racetrack people called him Boston Mike, because he was from Boston. I'm not even sure what key I'm doing this in. But I'm doing it for Tom, because he seemed to have an interest.
Thank you, Norman.
He seemed to have an interest in the crazy angle that I was bringing these words from. And the angle that I'm bringing the words from is from the angle that Mike talked. And Mike would sit in the bar, and he had, like I say, he had this big, beautiful voice. And when he would talk, he would broadcast, and everybody in the whole bar could hear every word he said. Which, whenever, when the right people were there, it was great. But on a lunch hour with mothers and their daughters, it was fantastic. It was even better than great. I'm gonna try and play the song. It's called "One Car Funeral," and his voice rang through the barroom like an actor on a stage. He had us all captive with the crazy things he'd say. Tall tales of Cleopatra and the Roman Empire. We would buy drinks to fuel the fire, with a cigarette dangling, whiskey on his breath. He'd be shouting about some Guinea joint where everything was red. Racetrack Mike was easy to like, but hard to get to know. He'd say, "Bums like me were gone with the breeze, just a one-car funeral." Old Mike followed the ponies from Jersey to FLA, and he could spot a sucker, 'cause there's one born every day. There's days he'd make a killing, but they were few and far. But old Mike never had to spend a nickel when we was at the bar. 'Cause he'd talk about New Orleans, he'd say the place where jazz was born. Just sitting in a speakeasy, then in walks Lena Horne. Racetrack Mike was easy to like, ain't nobody ever got close. He'd say, "Bums like me, gone with the breeze, just a one-car funeral." He'd talk about Sinatra and some money that he owed to a wise guy named Skinny. Then he'd say, "How about one for the road?" Now all that's left is legend. Racetrack bums still tell about this tall Mick from Beantown, conned his way out of hell. His voice rang through the heavens. I forgot my words. Here we go. His voice rang through the heavens. Oh, I forgot all my words. I hate my guts. Racetrack Mike was so easy to like that he just walked through heaven's door. He didn't seem to mind that he left no friends behind at a one-car funeral. I almost made it. Yeah, I screwed up the last verse. But it was a stretch to just try and pull it off. I only had a little bit of time to prepare it. But that's One Car Funeral. We're going to do it again next week. and I'm gonna have a little bit of brassiere to hold me up. Harry brought. I'm just gonna support my.
You, buddy.
I need a man brassiere. But what do you think, Tom? You think it's a worthy
Oh,
song?
God, great.
Okay.
It's like Big Bad John, the last verse when he jumped. No, it is. It's like
Well, it's about someone I loved.
I always like those like heroic story songs, you know, and that has.
Well, at the end of it, what happens is he dies, and he cons his way into heaven
Yeah.
because he was definitely should be going to hell. Come on up, Bates. How about Harry Bottoms getting up here with me? But anyway, sorry I screwed that ending up, but you know what? I'm going to get over it. But you know why? Because I'm elevated because it felt good to front that shit. You know what I mean? I could feel the story coming out. And that one thing in the song when I talk about, he's in a Guinea joint where everything was red. What he would always talk about, he would say, he goes, I'm in this bar, and this guy, he'd always have a cigarette and a drink. He goes, so I'm in this bar, and this guy throws a Dixie. That means he died. He goes, this guy throws a Dixie, rolls a 7, craps out on the floor, and the screws come in. They tried to glue on me. They said, Mike, did you see red? He said, did I see red? The carpet was red. The curtains were red. The sauce was red. It was a Guinea joint. That was one of his routines. That's for that. And the Cleopatra one, it's a crazy story. He used to always talk about Cleopatra, and he'd always talk about how intelligent she was and how well read, how much smarter she was than all the other guys. And she was gorgeous, and she had ambition. And that's, he would tell us about her. Which, how in the hell would any of us know any of that shit? We were all just bum musicians. I'm bringing up my friend Harold Gurley. Come on up here, Rachel, a little bit. Let him say hello to the
hello, peoples.
to the natives.
How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Okay. We're gonna do a song here.
Yes.
We wrote this song with Whitey Clyde Cooper. You know Whitey Cooper? How many years did we do together in the truck?
Oh my.
You work with guys for that long, you can't stand each other. You know every bad thing about them and forget every good thing about them if you've known them that long. But wrote this with Whitey over on Woodstock Avenue. Wrote it in his time when we were living on Woodstock Avenue, and Whitey was at the house, and we were right on the railroad tracks. It was at the end of our backyard, and across the tracks was Hawkins Village. And there was a house right beside Hawkins Village burning down while we were writing this song. This will be in the key of E.
Okay.
And that was he. You know what he just said? That E was something that a cowboy's sidekick would say in an old western. Tom, was it not? Yeah, Gabby Hayes.
Sorry, Gabby Hayes.
Andy Devine, one of them Festus, one of the some of the great characters of our lives. How about Festus?
How about it?
How much do you love Festus?
That old cutter.
Yeah, right. Fantastic.
Yeah.
We'll walk this in E, and I'll get her started. Something like that there. That feels pretty good, right? I'm gonna tell you the story. Now when I took her out on the town, didn't mean to bring her down, 'cause I was just trying to show you a real good time. And in that little French restaurant, you turned your head and you walked down, 'cause I was drinking beer instead of wine. Ain't that just like a woman? 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 She'll do you every time. Now when I took you to the movie show, You said you really, really wanted to go, but when the curtain went up, you said you changed your mind. I told you all I might have had expense was worth every cent. You said, wait a minute, baby, I'm worth twice the price. Hey, that ain't that just like a woman? Just like a woman. Just like a woman. Just like a woman. She really blow your mind. Well, I couldn't believe my eyes when I tried to apologize. That's when you pulled me close and said, you're my kind of man. That's right. She said, baby, can't you see I'm crazy as can be? She gotta take me, baby, just the way I am. We gonna sing it. Ain't that just like a woman? Ain't it just like a woman? Ain't it just like a woman? Just like a woman, she'll do you every time. Ain't that just like a woman? 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 She really blow your mind. Ain't that just like a woman, baby? You can put on your rock and roll shoes, do some dancing to that. Whoa! Bend down low. Tell me what you know. Just like a woman. Wrote that with Whitey Cooper. I'd like to say, hello, Whitey.
Hey, Whitey.
If you're watching, and you know, I don't know if you guys heard the story, but Whitey was there when it happened. Harry was there. In spirit. We're on the road. And you know, like when you're on the road, you don't sleep much. You don't sleep good. And when you're young, sometimes it don't even matter. You know what you do? You play through. Because the gig was great. The party's even greater. And then when you do the drive to the next gig, you have all the crazy shit that you did the night before to talk about. It's a win-win. You win, and then you win. How fantastic. Oh, man. So anyway, Whitey and I are up, and we're having our last beer in a town crew. We're probably smoking cigarettes still back then when we were younger. Smoking a couple joints, winding down the night. Harry fell asleep early. He's laying in the bed, sleeping like a precious baby. Here's Harry. When he sleeps like this.
Angelic.
And he don't move a muscle. When he sleeps, he wakes up 8 hours later in the exact same position he fell asleep in. It's frightening. Well, anyway, in the middle of the night, he wakes up and he walks around the bed, right past the bathroom, into a closet, and he takes a leak. And me and White are just sitting there like, not saying a word, just going, looking at each other in amazement. He comes out of the closet, walks back, gets back in bed. What's he do? Lays down and goes, I guess, sir. And in 2 seconds, he's sound asleep again. I'm thinking, what the? Are you kidding me? So I'm going to straighten him out tomorrow. He needs straightened out, and I'm the guy that's going to straighten him out. So we're driving home, Ohio Turnpike, You know about the turnpike.
Oh, too much of it.
We're on the turnpike. And I figure I'm awake, I'm ready to go. And I say, hey, H. I said, hey, last night, we're all hanging out. Me and White are still up. You get up out of bed, you walk past the bathroom, you go in the closet, you take a piss, and you get back in bed. And I'm thinking, well, I guess I just told him. And he looks at me and he goes, it was Cleveland. And I just shut up. And he took the meanness right out of me when he said that. There was nothing I could say. He shut me. Shutting other people up's one thing, but to shut me up, now that's a feat. And he did it, and I love him for it. It's Cleveland, man. Were you kidding me?
I sleepwalk.
He does sleep well. I'm jealous of all that. I had a song I wanted to do. Oh, yeah. Just wrote this one. I hope I don't forget the words of this one. This is another new one I don't hardly know yet. And it ain't a great one, but it's fun to play and it kind of feels good. Hey. Like they say in Canada. Hey. It don't suck jumping in a truck, got it on a pond, gonna strap it on, gonna come to an end, hop around the bend, but I don't want it to be over. Rubbing up again, some of my best friends, breaking notes together, playing music tough as leather. It's gonna come to an end. Hop around the bend, but I don't want it to be over. Ain't over, ain't over, ain't over. Ain't over, ain't over, ain't over. Another roll in the clover for this here rover. It ain't over. Hold that in. No shame in my game. Gone up in flames. Everything I got I earned. 'Cause every show I play I burn. It's gonna come to an end. Up around the bend, but I don't want it to be over. Folks I met, good as folks get, hanging around the backstage, thinking right a new page. That's gonna come to an end. Hop around the bend, but I don't want it to be over. Ain't over, ain't over, ain't over. Ain't over, ain't over, ain't over. Another roll in the clover for this here rover. It ain't over. Well, I'm over the hill, I'm over the top, flying under the radar, and I don't wanna stop. Coming on strong, staying on long, reaching for the stars, banging on the guitar. It's gonna come to an end. Hop around the bend, but I don't want it to be over. Ain't over, ain't over, ain't over. Ain't over, ain't over, ain't over. Now they're rolling the clover for this here rover. Woof! It ain't over. It ain't over. That's a nice slow drag thing, you know what I'm saying? play that in the perfect shithole bar, and you look out in the audience, and everybody's like this here. You know where you got them? Right here. Right here. But,
You could turn up a tiny bit.
I could.
If you can.
I can't really, but I'll
Yeah.
try.
turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
It's redlining now.
Yeah.
He's doing it. Hey, let's do an old song. It was always my mom's favorite Norman number. It was from the This Old Train record, which is really when I started feeling myself. It was like right around the end of the 80s. I was just starting to feel like I was finding something to take me on a road where I could find something. Come on. Have I been wasting my time doing the things that I love? They say you only get better. That's enough. If you do all the things you wanna do, you are the one. When it's over, sitting down. Well, I made up my mind to take my time and be strong. They say it only gets better, but better than what? Then you realize your fantasies have just begun. When it's over, sitting down. When it's over, I know I'll be standing. When it's over and it's done. When it's over, I know I'll be standing. When it's over and it's done. A little older now, but still having fun. There ain't much changed since I first begun. Now I wouldn't trade a single day for 1,000,001. When it's over, said and done. 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 That song came around when I started listening to Tex-Mex music. That was like a direct rip off of a Texas Tornadoes thing, you know, just laying, you know, shutting off all the lights and putting on some Tornadoes and just letting that music get in your gizzard. And when you would feel that music and just sit there with your eyes closed and let the music take you over, you're in a little cantina. And there's a beautiful young lady and she's eyeballing you.
She speaks Spanish to you?
Remember that song? But she never spoke Spanish to me. I used to sing that
I know.
terribly.
I know.
I used to sing it terribly. But she never spoke Spanish to me.
I didn't mean to start anything here.
But you know, well, you know how,
know,
how
I
good
know,
it felt to be able to, you know, we used to do that. We used to mess around with,
Yeah.
who were
But
you?
Doug Som's version of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's killer.
Wow.
And fucking, she never spoke Spanish to me. Who were you thinking of when we were making love? We used to play that
Yeah,
sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just that music to me. It always felt like it should have gotten bigger in America. You know, it leaked in. You know, Freddie Fender had some things. You know, Doug Sohm had some things going on, but it seemed like it should have caught on more. And those romantic beats and those feels were so human that it just seemed like to me that it was just such. When you're in a bar, which I've spent a lot of my life in, it's a Friday night. Everybody worked all weekend, but they're now there at the bar, and here's me standing there looking at them. Now it's my work week, and now I'm looking at it and I'm watching them, and it always seemed like that Tex-Mex music was something that was gonna soothe the people. You know, it always was a good idea to call because it just made the room feel good. And when that happens, that's the kind of music you want to study, and you want to see what are they doing musically, and what are they doing lyrically to make the room settle, to make the room feel like we're here, we're happy, we're in the enjoy mode. That's what that stuff does to me. Hey, how about Harry Bottoms, ladies and gentlemen? What do we say when we see Harry Bottoms? Let's put our hooves together.
Yeah.
I'm clicking my hooves together.
Oh, you're cloven hooves.
My cloven hooves for Mr. Harold Gurley. Bottoms.
Oh, yeah.
If he was Italian, it would be Bontanimo. Right? You know you love that. Or Bontini. That's another great
That's
one.
a nice.
I just always wanted to be Augie when I grew up.
Augie Myers.
Yeah.
I know who he's talking about.
Lay it on me, Augie.
The guy that played the Vox organ.
Yeah.
The eighth notes on the Vox organ. But also, did you ever hear any of Augie's solo records? Did you hear the record where he did a song by that guy that everybody thought was Elvis for a minute? Oh, it'll go like this. Lover, please, please come back. Don't take the train running down the track. Did you ever hear Augie do that song?
Yeah. Yeah.
That album is so killer. Somebody gave it to me, but not the real album. They made like a phony copy of it and just gave me that record. In fact, I have it down in the basement. It's right by the toilet. It's been done because I spent a lot of time in the basement and like cleaning and stuff. And that's the record I put on. Lover, please, please come back. Billy Swan. Remember Billy Swan? For a minute, everybody thought he was the new Elvi. But you know, there was only one Elvi. And what a cat. I told you we had his phone number. Fish got it from a couple whores. Love that. We've been doing this one a little bit lately, and we're going to try it again. And I always like to mention Larry Seifers because the song came to me when Larry told me that his parents told him there were two kind of people in the world. Haves and have-nots. And Larry, you don't want to be a have-not. That's what his parents told him. And he was a little kid. And Larry had an inclination to be a have-not, even as a child. It's in children.
That's it.
I knew when I was a little kid that I wasn't really like other people. I knew. It took me a long time to accept it, but I always knew that how I was not like regular people. And Larry is not like regular people. He's a special person. And he didn't want to be a have. He wanted to quit college and join a band. And get laid and have a drink.
Play a flute.
Get in the back of a truck. Play that goddamn flute of his. You had to bring it
I
up.
had to bring it up.
Come on, baby. Some guys got it, some guys never will. Some guys waving echo to make it rain. $50 bill, but that's the way that it is. It's a little of a lot, and you all got the hairs, and you got the have-nots. Some guys are born with a silver spoke, some born to stand in a welfare line. Some guys are sipping Dom Perignon, and some are slurping country moonshine, and that's the way that it is. It's a little of a lot, and you all got the hairs, and you got the have-nots, got the haves, got the have-nots, got the haves, got the have-nots. Crowded at the bottom, lonely at the top. You got the haves, and you got the have-nots. There's a guy in a jet airliner slipping down to the Gulf Coast show. Another guy slumping in the back of a jitney on his way to the liquor store, and that's the way that it is. It's a little of a lot, and you all got the hairs, and you got the have-nots. Yeah, I might have $1 million. You all might be down on your luck. Might have showed up in the night in a Cadillac or a broke down pickup truck, and that's the way that it is. It's a little of a lot, hey, and you all got the hairs, and you got the have-nots, got the haves, got the have-nots, got the haves, got the have-nots. Crowded at the bottom, lonely at the top. You got the haves, and you got the have-nots. Crowded at the bottom, lonely at the top. You got the haves, got the haves, you got the haves, and you got the have-nots. Got the have-nots. You can do some soul dancing to that. Cut that up. Get funky with that. Funkiness. The have-nots, ladies and gentlemen. When I was starting writing that song, it has nothing to do with it, but one of the reasons I kind of wrote it was playing that song, Walking the Dog by Rufus Thomas. Like playing that since the 1960s in one band here and there. And when you don't have any songs to play, what do? You play Walking the Dog by Rufus Thomas. Yeah. Finally, I just started singing different words to that, and that's how shit happens, you know. You rub up against it close enough. What do you say? Pork chops and gravy, push them up and down and make a baby. What the hell's that?
Yeah, it's obvious.
But I mean, that's the Blues had a baby. What'd they name it? Rock and roll. I ain't hardly ever told you guys a lie. Hardly ever. Oh my heavens.
Heading into our second hour.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Really? All right. I thought we just started.
We do a couple with a clip, ladies and gentlemen. We like to get here and then camp out, and then we see if we can break you down. That's what this shit is, like when you're playing in a nightclub and you're playing songs no one ever heard before and hardly everyone heard it. Somebody just said, hire this guy Norman Nardini. He's people in Pittsburgh like him. So you go to some town 60 miles away from the city, in a room full of people never seen you before. You know what you got to do? You got to drop the hammer and put them people in the slammer. You got to be somebody is what I'm trying to say.
That's it.
You walk up on stage and you look at them all like this here. You eyeball them right in the eye. You don't back down on them. And then you say something to them like, how you hunters doing? What it look like here in pencil top? And then somebody throws you the finger. You know what you do when somebody throws you a finger up on stage? You go like this here. And then you go like this. You know what? You brush them. You give them the brush. Hey, I don't got time for your bullshit. I'm Norman. I throw down. I drop hammer. I bring the gadoosh. Stick it right in your gizzy. Give you a smack right on your shit can and send you back to your mama. You don't think I'll do that? I'll do all of those in that order. I had a couple songs I want to play. 13 years ago today, my father passed away. Arthur Lincoln, Andrew, Desio, Diamondi, Shady Side Hospital. We were there. And right when he went, I said to him, I says, hey, Pat, I says, it's okay, it's time to go. I says, you can go. I says, you see that lady sitting there? It was my mom. I says, you see that lady sitting there? I says, you ain't got to worry about her. I says, because now I'm the man in her life. She has someone to take care of her. And that man is me. 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, with the angels. Arturo. Let me tune this up real quick. Because, you know, I got respect. My old man, I'm going to sing a song. I'm going to try to get this thing almost in tune. It's the best I can do. Especially for him. What a guy my father was. Harry knew him.
That's right. That's right.
You know, it's February 12th, 1920 when he was born. Lived to be 87 years old. You know, on the day that he was born, it was so cold outside, such a bitter, terrible day. My grandmother knew she's ready to have this precious child. And she knew there was no way to get to the hospital. People were starting to go to hospitals then and have things done. She didn't do that. You know what she did? She went like this. She took her arm and she swiped the kitchen table clean. Everything fell on the goddamn floor. And she got up on the table, laid on her back, put her legs up, started pushing. Didn't take long, Age. Wasn't long. Precious child was born into this earth. And he come out smiling, and he smiled 87 years worth. He was the best of the best. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ain't no better than my daddy was, just a chip off that old block. From the simple way that he lived his life to the working class way he talked. Thought I knew better when I was a kid, but I was so wrong. Daddy let me make my own mistakes, standing by me all along. And my old man was one of a kind, and I get a smile on my face every time it comes to mind. The kind of man he was, that's the kind of man I need to be. And this here apple didn't fall far from the tree. I learned the things that my daddy knew the hard way, just like him. By going to work, never giving up and standing for something. Daddy said the devil doing dirty dollar bills and he gonna try and buy your soul. And I give up chasing that buck. Daddy didn't raise no fool. My old man, he wasn't one of a kind, and I get a smile on my face every time it comes to mind. The kind of man he was, that's the kind of man I need to be. This here apple didn't fall far from the tree. Sunday afternoon, still a game. I'll be hanging on every word he say. Swearing at Bradshaw every time he threw it. I was learning who I was, and I didn't even know it. Ain't no better than my daddy was, and that's alright by me. Daddy stood tall, never seen him fall when I'd get up off his knees. Time goes by, see him and me, more and more for sure. Grow up to be my father's son, right down to the core. My old man, he was one of a kind, always a smile on his face and a twinkle in his eye. Kind of man he was, that's the kind of man I'm gonna be. This here apple, didn't fall far from the tree, far from the tree. Hey Arturo, here's a kiss for you. The bomb, baby, the bomb. Arthur, Art's Auto Repair. That was the name of his garage down in East Liberty. Right across the street from Meadow Lane's Duck Pins. Right beside Lou the Italian barber, and on the other side was Lou the Italian Dairy Queen guy. It was all Italians. And Lou, I don't know if I told you about this, but Lou the Italian Dairy Queen guy was like a little bit younger than my dad, kind of like a handsome guinea, chest, muscles and shit, and a pink and black Cadillac. And he had a wife come in the room, stop time. Understand what I'm saying? When, you know, I'm a little kid. I'm 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. I'm starting to get to that age. And he comes walking in with this wife with short shorts on, bouffant hairdo up about 1.5 foot on top of her pretty little head, shapely. It was one of the first times I started realizing, I'm a boy, Mrs. Walker, I'm a boy. You know what I mean? When I look at her, I knew something was up. I didn't know what was up, but I knew something was up.
You knew what was up.
Lou the barber. Wonder if Lou the barber's coming in today. Oh yeah, I remember it was one of the first women that I ever, can I use the word oogled?
Oh.
Men oogle, right?
Oh yeah.
Like when you know, Tom Selleck. You know, he had that. You know, I don't know if you know this. When Tom Selleck was born, he had the same mustache. He was born with that mustache, and the nurses, they oogled him when the baby came on. They oogled it. That little baby mustache. God damn, he was something. I always wanted to be traditionally handsome like Tom Selleck. You know, he had that traditional kind of handsome.
I think it's his birthday today or yesterday. I think it is.
Tom Selleck.
Yeah, I think he's like 79. I think he's old.
Who ain't?
Just about as old as you.
Oh, I just took one on the chin. Did you notice it didn't even rock me? You know what I did? Did you notice that I rolled with it when it hit me? I just, you know, that's what you do when you get punched. You take a roll, you roll with it, and then you come back. How you doing? Yeah, I watch. Sometimes I watch. What the hell's the name of the show? The New York City Cop Family. It's Tom Selleck's on
Blue Blood.
Blue Bloods.
Blue
Yeah.
Bloods.
Danny, you got that sister. Hey, man, are we glad to be here? Well, here I am, I'm ready for you. I hope you're ready for me. They call me the lover boy, and you can plainly see, 'cause I'm big and bad and mighty slick. Hey, who hit you with that ugly stick? I said, howdy, sir. Howdy, ma'am. I had all the turkey I could stand, so I went upstairs and got a drink. Now that's when I began to think, ain't nobody bad like me, so I'm giving you to the count of 3 to go out west in Santa Fe where all the cowboys drink champagne. I said, Kaya, yippee, yippee, yay, yippee, yay. Watch out, Jack. Get out of my way. I want to be your lover. Your lover boy. Your lover boy. How you doing? Because I'll come right over there, look you right in the eye, and throw some love on you. That's what my love looks like here. It's a desperate love that I bring. It ain't right.
Got it up here.
You can see, darling. He knows. He ain't mad at me. He understands.
I don't know nothing.
You start getting excited. You get into the show. You throw some meat into it. You know what I'm saying? I've told Tom. I've told Harry too. That camera loves me, and we have a relationship. You know, you guys might be laughing. There might be people out there laughing. Hey, Norman forgot one of his songs today. He's a jerk. Hey, you know what? That camera never stopped loving me. So you think about that, and that kind of love. You know what you do? You hold it close. I want to be your lover boy. I'm big and bad and mighty slick. Hey, who hit you with that ugly stick? I wrote that on a Thanksgiving back in the late 80s. Remember the late 80s? Remember Paul Shook? Remember how he used to fill up a T-shirt? Remember, sure?
Yeah.
You know what he filled his T-shirt up with? Man meat. He was. I used to call him Chesty, because he had like a waist like a cartoon character. He had like a waist like Dudley Do-Right or something. A thin waist and it came out like this man's chest. And I always look at it and I always want to smack it and punch it. And I would always call him, "Hey Chesty," and then he'd go like this, and he's make a muscle for me and stuff. How fantastic were we? Young. You know what? It was our goddamn world. You know when it got to? You know when it was our world? When we got in the truck.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Do you remember? You know,
Very
but
true.
we were all gigging. There was gigs everywhere.
Yeah.
People love to gather. That's the toughest thing about these times that we're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I spent my whole life where people gather. That's been my job, is to be a part of those gatherings. And for the past, now it's almost a year, people haven't been allowed to gather. How good it gonna be? How good it gonna be when we can all get together again? And you know what we're gonna do? Love. We're gonna love. It's a come. I'ma swear it's a come. Hey, that's what my grandfather Ernie would have said.
Yeah.
I always said the band van was like a pirate ship. You know, it was
It's like Las Vegas.
boarding the pirate ship. And once you were on there, it was like different set of rules
That's right.
and everything.
Did you hear what-
open waters?
Did you hear what Tom just said?
Yeah.
The bandstand is like a pirate ship. And, and you probably when you walked onto it.
No, I
you
meant
had-
the truck, the van.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I was just thinking of it. I was thinking when you walk into it, it should be like them things are made of rubber, and then you have these two things you hold on, like at that ride at Kennywood, the Noah's Ark. You know, you had to do that walk. That's what you have to do to get in the truck and to be in the club. But once you got in the truck, it was on, and we were free, and we laughed the whole way to the gig, and laughed the whole way home from the gig. That's a living.
Yeah.
Hey, you know it.
Oh, I was there.
You know it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know, Harry did a lot of dates with. How many years did you do with Al? Dark Horse.
Oh my. Good 5. Not too many.
It's 5, 6.
5, 6. Yeah, something like that.
It
Lost
don't.
track of that.
5 and 6 years don't seem like a lot now, but when you're young, 5 and 6 years is a long time.
Working 7 nights a week. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll beat you down.
they worked constantly. The Diamonds didn't work quite as much as they did, but we worked every chance we could. We went out and did every rotten, stinking gig we could, because that's how you learn. It's an honor to go out and get on the pirate ship. It's an honor.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do this song. I wrote it a couple years ago. I'm just starting to get in the feel for it now, and eventually we're gonna play it with the guys, and it's a thing called "Till I'm Not." It's in the key of E. You know, like it's a lot of times you gotta get here E.
Yeah.
You know, like we used to say when we'd see a band and they'd be playing on stage and it would be really loud and they'd be jumping around real terrible. You know, and you'd be going like, this is the worst thing I've ever heard. You would go up to the side of the stage and look at the guys. And you put a hand like this, you go like this, and then you go, "You suck."
That's it.
And they couldn't hear exactly what you were saying, but you were going, "You suck," but you're like telling them how great it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. I'm gonna live till I'm not. Gonna give all that I got out of this life. I'm gonna get it on it. I'm gonna live till I'm not. Till I'm not amazed by the rain falling down, singing of the seas and turning around. Till I'm not impressed that our 3 rivers flow to the Mississippi down to the Gulf of Mexico. And I'm gonna live till I'm not. Gonna give all that I got out of this life. I'm gonna get it on it. I'm gonna live till I'm not. Till I'm not overwhelmed when I look to the sky, see 1,000 stars shimmering bright. Till I'm not inspired by the sound of a choir, snowy winter day, the warmth of the fire. And I'm gonna live till I'm not. Gonna give all that I got out of this life. I'm gonna get it on it. Live till I'm not. Till I'm not able to shed a single tear. Till I'm not overwhelmed when I set up the cause, mistakes that I've made, loved ones I've lost. Till I'm not the way that I've earned deep in my heart, passion still burns. And I'm gonna live till I'm not. Gonna give all that I got out of this life. I'm gonna get it on it. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live till I'm not. You know how you dance to that? You soul dance. Oh! Put a little mustard on it. Swing it and sway it. You can feel the pocket that we're in right there. It's tight and it's loose all at the same damn time. That's how you know it good. I'm gonna live till I'm not.
Until you're kaput.
Let's try, Mr. Bottoms,
Yo.
a number.
Get up.
You know, a lot of times, you write songs, you don't know you're writing them. You don't want to write them. They write themselves. They just start being something that comes out of your face. You know, what was this? It's, you know, well, this song just came out of my face. And Harry and I are going to try to represent it right here at East Sound South Studio. It's a little thing called, and I've written a song titled I Can't Stand Myself a couple times back in the 70s and 80s. And this is another one it's called I Can't Stand Myself No Mo. And I played it for Harry the other day, and it's after I was done playing it, he just looked at me like this. He gave me a look, and the look he gave me made me want to smoke a cigarette. Because I knew he knew that this song would have been played at a nightclub in Braddock,
Right.
where you could smoke, where everybody was smoking cigarettes,
Yeah.
and joints at the bar in the 1950s and 60s,
Yeah.
when Braddock was popping, baby. How you doing? I can't stand myself no more. I can't stand myself no more. I'd like to get up off the floor, play a couple innings more. I'd like to even up the score, but I can't stand myself no more. I wasn't good when times are good. Wasn't good when times were good. I ran all over the neighborhood, doing things I am not should. I like to even up the score, but I can stand myself no more. Hey. I can't stand myself no more. I can't stand myself no more. I'd like to get up off the floor, play a couple innings more. I like to even up the score, play a couple innings more. I like to even up the score, but I can't stand myself no more. No more, no more. I can't stand myself no more. I need some bongo drums. Help me keep my old arthritic fingers halfway in time. Harry's got some bongo drums. Am I shocked? No. No, Harry's got some stuff. He's got some stuff. I can't stand myself no more. I really would like to have some bongos in that. There used to be a bongo. There was a bongo player on our side of town used to hang out with Jimmy Sapp. They called him Bongos. Bongo Ron.
Bongo Ron.
And I think he passed on a couple years ago, and he just had a feel.
Yeah, yeah.
Jimmy used him. And Jimmy used him on swing music.
Oh wow.
And he knew how to make it pop.
Yeah, it's an art form for sure.
There's no question about it.
So I never bring mine out. I got the hands for it.
Did I ever tell you about the time? I know this sounds crazy. So we're playing at the Starlight. Harry's here. I think Flo, Mike, Big Haas, Flo Carey's on drums. Mr. Larry Seifer's on keys, sax, and the goddamn. And Billy Price has a show over at the club, over at Moondogs. So he comes over and has dinner. And after dinner, as he's leaving, Moondog says, hey, get Billy up to sing, and then announce that he's playing at Moondogs, so that all the people that are here to see you will get up and leave and go see Billy. That's what Moondog does. And you know what I do? What I'm told. So anyway, so Billy comes up on stage with us, and when he gets on stage, he looks down on top of my amp, and on top of my amp is a song list that I have written. And it's just like a regular you know, like a tablet here or whatever, you know. Like this. Only it's written in more because these are smaller, and because it was the regular band, I had this and that. I had like 2 lines of songs all the way down, all the songs that you have to know to play this shit. And Billy goes, he looks at it and he goes, "What the hell's that?" I said, I'm serious. You know how Billy can be. And he goes, "What the hell's that?" I says, "It's my song list." And he goes like this. He goes, "What language is it written in?" It was so fantastic. He was breaking my balls so hard. He goes, "What language is it written in?" "What language?" "Street. Wranglers rock and roll, baby." But it just made me laugh, you know. He couldn't even read it. He couldn't. And, you know, Billy's educated. Now me, not so much. Educated, you know, hey, you know what? Maybe you could say I was educated. You know why? Because I used to hang out at Carnegie Tech after I got out of high school. We used to go down there and fraternize. That's where all the long hairs would meet. A lot of the dopers. Met a lot of the early dope dealers down there. Met a lot of great, fantastic smugglers. And I'm just a little kid. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know who's who. You know, there were girls down there, and it was nice to meet. Since I lived in the suburbs with my family, it was nice to go closer to the city because they had girls there that might be interested in a short, underweight, big mouth, show off. Nothing to write home about Italian, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, let's do, I got a good one. Let's do a slide number.
Oh, we're gonna slide on into first.
Yeah, let's send it out to my sister,
Okay.
Dustpan Annie, who's an amazing person. Me and the old lady got to sneak out there and see her and JP when we can. She's just, I don't know if you guys know my sister. She's the bomb. She's a nice person. She's not like me. She has goodness inside her. Now me, I used to have goodness living down the street from me. But never had it so much in the house. I'd like to send us out to Dustpan Annie. You know, when my sister was born, my brother and I cried when we found out that the new child was a girl. We didn't understand girls, and it's frightened us that we were going to have a sister. And I guess I was like 9 or 10 I think. And I was frightened by the concept of having a sister. And now I think how great she is. G.
Yes.
She don't like nobody. You can't tell her a thing. Leaves are changing colors. She tell you that it's spring. She crazy. Tell you 1 and 1 is 3. She crazy as can be. Same kind of crazy as me. She don't get along with her sister. Don't talk to her brother no more. Ex got a PFA on her. She fight with the neighbors next door. She crazy. Like a monkey in a tree well. She crazy as can be. The same kind of crazy as me. She crazy. Certified crazy. Got the evil eye. She crazy. She out of control. Crazy. Bitch still on parole. Well, she crazy as can be. Same kind of crazy. Same kind of crazy as me. How you doing? fight with each other. You could hear us all over town. We make up in the bedroom. I'm picking up what she putting down. She crazy. Make love passionately. Well, she crazy as can be. The same kind of crazy as me. Well, she crazy. Wild as a loon. Crazy, crazy one in a room. She crazy, out of control. Crazy, she's still on parole. She crazy as can be. The same kind of crazy, same kind of crazy as me. She crazy as can be. Same kind of crazy as me. Crazy, sent out to Dustpan Annie on the east side of Pittsfield, Pennsylvania. And here, old man JP. Up in Monroesburg.
Yes.
Some nice folks. You know, pretty soon we might have to play my sister Dustpan Annie's song, Dustpan Annie.
Ah.
You know, she has her own song. Ain't everybody got their own song. You know, I have my own song too. Not, give me a C. You know, I don't know if you guys ever heard it. Goes like this too. Norman, ooh, Norman, ooh, Norman. Norman, my love. Oh, Jimmy called me on the phone. He was gone, not at home. Well, I was out parked all alone. Stopping, darling Norman. Would you sing with me, please? Norman, ooh, Norman, ooh, Norman, Norman, my love. Where's my teeth? Norman holds me close to him. Norman kisses me and then Norman gives me all his lovin', kissin', huggin', lovey-dovin'. Norman, ooh, Norman, ooh, Norman, Norman, my love. Turn around one more time. Norman, Norman, my love. You know, just singing that song gave me a tromboner. Sue Thompson. About 1959, 1960, that record come out.
Yeah.
All my Italian aunts bought me the record.
I bet you.
They just thought that was so cute. Your little nephew Norman, a pretty boy. Because I thought I was something when I was a little boy.
White shirt, black pants.
White shirt, hey.
On a Sunday?
Every Italian boy. Black shoes, pointed, white socks, black shiny pants, white shirt.
That's it.
Every Italian boy in America was dressed that way at 9 o'clock every Sunday morning. Mm-hmm. The way it's supposed to be. And then my parents would be fussing over us. My mom, not so much my dad. And she'd be grabbing her cheeks. Then her sister would come in and she'd grab my cheeks and tell me how pretty I was and what a good boy I was. She didn't know me all that well. Yes, and what? Yes. We have a little bit of time left, Tom?
25 minutes.
Oh, okay, we got time to hang. Let me ask you guys a question. And there's no way you can shout out the answer to me here, like you could at a bar. When you would shout shit out at me, like shut up, and I'm gonna beat your guinea ass, things like that. But I've asked this question before, and a lot of you have heard me ask the question, but I need an answer. What do you do when a precious child is born and this poor child is only half Italian? You know what you do? You act like nothing's wrong. How do you like laughter with no sound? That was the sound of laughter with no sound. Because what? I'm killing me. In 1979, I was playing in the Diamonds. And putting tracks together for music and working with the other guys to get things happening. And this was a track I had put together, and we put a song together. And Zori was going to sing it. I think it was called "All Around the World," but I don't think Frank ever liked it, because when I would call it, he would never want to do it on stage. So finally, one night, I was all upset about something that happened. Like, it was probably the first time I was ever upset about things that happened, and was inclined to do something about it. How great is it? How great is it to be upset about something and then have that activate you to do something positive? Best case scenario, that's called growing up and growing into who you're going to become from a boy to a what? Full grown. But we had put this song together, and Frank didn't really want to sing it. So one night I would just put some words to it, and they were like I still do it to this day, where I just put words together that feel good and just kind of fall out of your face, and there you have it. And this song is that, and I've changed the words in it a mess at times to fit things I've been pissed off about. And then I'm going to sing it now in the incarnation that it's in. But I'm probably going to change the words to it because I'm found some new things to be pissed off about. And I hope everybody watching has things in their life that piss them off. Not that I want people out there to be suffering, but I want us to be relating. And I want you to say to yourselves, look, there's an old Dago that he has anger in his heart, just like I do. Maybe if we can agree to join in on our anger, and well, then we've accomplished something, H.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know what I mean? Then it's us against the world, because that's how it works. But anyway, Warren King was involved in the writing of this piece too. The late great Warren Kingfish King, a fantastic hunk of man-meat. I got a drink in my hand, waiting for my man. I'm burning up, burning up. There's some chick at the bar, I think she wants to score, and I'm burning up, burning up. Then my fingers in the groove, got to bust a move and do my stuff. Burning up, I've been feeling like a bitch, 'cause I ain't struck it rich. I'm burning up, I'm burning up. Might start a fight, burning up. Gotta get it on tonight. Burn it up. I'm burning up. Hey, hey. Burn it up. got a band, jingles and jangles, works all the corporate angles. I'm burning up, burning up. And there's a guy in our rock scene, pretends he's Bruce Springsteen. I'm burning up. Got an evil empire corporation, jammed up my whole goddamn situation. I'm burning up. Hey, 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 hey. And I've been doing it for years, before they all was here. I'm burning up. Well, I'm burning up. Now start a fight. Burning up. I gotta get in on tonight. Burning up. I'm burning up. Hey, hey. Burning up. Ah. I'm burning up. Knives on a fight. Burning up. I got it on tonight. Burning up. I'm burning up. Hey, hey. Burning up. Burning up. I'm burning up. 1978. I don't know what you were doing in 78. You know what I was doing? I was dragging my tight cakes across shithole stage after shithole stage. Jumping up there like a little monkey. Trying to impress somebody. Trying to get people to say, follow the bouncing dago. There he goes. Look at him. Like a little monkey he is. Hey, it feels good to play an old song like that. How about Harry Bottom's propping that shit up, man?
Hey, I guess I'm a proper. Proper.
You prop my what I said. You ain't no relation to Steve Cropper.
No.
He's a proper though.
He is a proper. He's
You know, Steve Cropper's a hell of a good guy.
Yeah.
You know what he said one time? Him and Otis Redding said to one another, "Sitting in the morning sun, when the evening done." Hey, in 1979, I wrote this song, and it was 1979, man.
Yeah.
Rock and roll was the language of our culture. Culture. I said culture. And that's what it was. You know, and I realize now even more than I did then. I didn't realize it then because I wasn't capable of it. But now when I watch a music award show and I see the music that people are doing, it blows my mind at how lucky we were to have the time that we did, where who we were and what we did had significance culturally in America. I mean, the Super Bowl's coming up, and there's a guy named The Weeknd going to be the music of the Super Bowl, and I just think that's different. You know, it's a unique thing to me. But this here This song I'm gonna play, and it isn't no goddamn good. I'm not saying like the world should stop.
Yeah.
You know, when we plugged in, the world was gonna stop and just shower down because we weren't ready. We weren't saying what everything the world needed to hear at the time. We were doing what we could with what we had. Okay? I'm just a love dog, baby, riding on the river train. I'm just a love dog, baby, riding on the river train. And the soul of the walk is about to go insane. I'm just a bull of hound barking up the tree. I'm just a bull of hound barking up your tree. So get out of my way, 'cause I gotta take a leak. A bow wow wow wow. Woof, 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 bow wow wow wow. I think I got fleas. I really do. I'm just a love dog, baby, riding on your river train. I'm just a love dog, baby, riding on your river train. And the soul of the walk is about to go insane. I'm just an old French poodle, sniffing your perfume. I'm just an old French poodle, sniffing your perfume. But I can smell you coming when you walked into the room. A bow wow wow wow. Woof, bow wow wow wow. Bow wow wow wow. Woof, woof. Bow wow wow wow. Woof, woof. Bow wow wow wow. Dogs are people too. Fell in love with a Chihuahua. I'm in therapy right now for men who love Chihuahuas. Ouch! Oh, I touched the microphone. Hey, I'm just a love dog baby. How many times did we strap on a guitar and bang that hunk of meat around for some young folks that needed to put a smile on their fotch? Many, many times. Not enough, Cools, but not enough. Not enough, never enough. I'm a love dog, baby. And I want to get with y'all. Is there anything?
I remember going out with my party shirt and my skinny tie and my little new wave outfit.
79, 80.
Yeah, to go see that.
It was around the time of the Eaten Alive album.
Right.
We were playing Erie. We were playing Cleve, Pittsburgh, West Virginia, Jersey, New York City. And then weird places in between. Harrisburg here, Philadelphia, every once in a while, just wherever we were playing constantly, night after night, show after show, just dragging it out. You know what? And what we were doing? The same thing everyone does when they go out at night. Hoping something happens. Do you know what I mean? You're young and you hope something happens. And you don't even know what it is you're hoping for. It's the night and you want the night to happen. And we fell into that. And we try to be a part of it. Mm-hmm. It was a great time.
Great time.
Paul Shook, Nason, Gunn, Whitey Clyde, Cooper. I mean, jeez, the Tigers. Are you kidding me? all plus with Brother Ron and little Ricky all in one hotel room. 7 guys in a hotel room.
One bed.
No, we'd take the bed and we'd split it,
that's right.
and it would make 8 beds. We'd always say, well, there's 8 slots, and that worked for us. Hey, it was good enough for us. It really was. Hey, let's do this number. We didn't do it last week, but I've been trying to keep it alive, and you know who else keeps it alive? It's the Nighthawks. My friend Mark Stutzo sings the living crap out of this hunk, and I'm gonna give it what I got today. It's a thing called 3 Times You're Full. It's a 1960s ballad written in the late 80s. And like always, you know what the thing is? A lot of people that play music do their best work when they're young. A lot of people in the music do their best work when they're in their teens and in their 20s and in their 30s. And it's very normal for that to happen. What I'd like to do is do my best music in my 70s. And I don't know how weird that is to say, because I hadn't planned on saying it, but it's where I'm at in my life. I love the things I've done. I love the things, the ways, the tunes I've stood on top of to get here today. But I really feel like I was just born yesterday, and now is my time to find what's in my pants. Harry and I would like to play once, twice, 3 times. You're full. And send it out to the memory of Terry Lee and WMCK Radio, McKeesport, Pennsylvania.
Spotlight special.
Music for young lovers.
Yeah.
See?
Never know.
If I'm a fool for loving you, I've been a fool so long. And if it's true what they say about love, it just keeps on getting stronger. First time you hurt me, I thought I would die. The second time I broke down and I cried. Third time you hurt me, I played it cool. I guess I'm 3 times your fool. And if I knew that you'd fall in love, baby, I just play along. I'd be blue, long though I would suffer, until you found your way back home. First time you hurt me, I thought I would die. The second time I broke down and I cried. Third time you hurt me, I played it cool. I guess I'm 3 times your fool. Oh, I know you feel the same. Way down deep inside, and I do feel the magic. Yes, I do when you're standing by my side. I'm your fool. Well, 3 times your fool. Hey! 1, 2, 3. Well, 3 times your fool. I'm your fool. 3 times you fool, baby. Get over here. Let me wrap my arms around you. Do a little body rubbing. Oh! Let's heat up dinner. Hey, man. The Norman Nardini show. This is our second shot, second hit at you. After 20 Norman Nardini's alones. I have my friend Mr. Harold Gurley Bottoms here. Singing, playing, propping my old ass up.
Oh, hello. How you doing?
And we're,
Sneaky little thing device there. It's sneaky, isn't it?
what'd I tell you about that thing?
It's sneaky.
Did I tell you it likes me?
It does. It always goes back to you. It's fine with me.
It always goes back to you. Takes the pressure off.
It takes the pressure off.
Hey, we love you. We want to thank you for hanging with us. Let's get the hell out of here and say goodnight to you like this here. When I saw you, I saw the world come alive. Saw the sun come up and take the clouds from the sky. When I saw you, I saw the flowers in the spring and all the colors autumn will bring. And I was blind till I saw you. Never knew the sky was blue, and I never saw the sun shine through. I was blind till I saw you. When I saw you, I saw a river rolling by. I saw you, saw a mountain high. When I saw you, I saw a forest evergreen, saw a meadow blowing in the breeze. And I was blind till I saw you. I never knew the sky was blue, and I never saw the sun shine through. I was blind till I saw you. I never saw a rainbow, never saw a pot of gold. But the first time I saw you, saw those colors unfold. When I saw you, I saw an eagle soaring high. I saw you, I saw a butterfly. When I saw you, I saw a waterfall. When I saw you, I saw the writing on the wall. And I was blind till I saw you. I never knew the sky was blue, and I never saw the sun shine through. I was blind till I saw you. I was blind till I saw you.